This brief note on the monthly chart, we actually did close July higher, which is interesting considering that we came very close to testing the 200-week simple moving average during the month. So it is a notable rebound and probably does mark an important low for XRP in the longer term. On the weekly chart, we had a powerful week last week after recovering the 50-week simple moving average. You'll see we busted up almost 20%. So that's a positive reaction to this bullish reversal from the previous week. On the daily chart, not much has really happened over the last few days. You'll see we have a very tight consolidation, which means that we're correcting in time versus price, which is bullish. It also points to the notable overhead resistance that is present on the charts with the neckline that we have talked about of the inverse head and shoulders pattern that begins back in 2018. And now the 200-day simple moving average, which now is crossed above the neckline. Those two areas are providing major resistance and probably are going to take, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a pullback into the 50-day before we see a release higher from here. We did trigger the double bottom. That shows us we have about a a 30% measured move from here, which takes us very close to the $1 to 106 level, which is a 32.8% retracement level at 106. So this double bottom is going to come close to hitting there if we do break out above the 200-day simple moving average. I suspect we'll probably have the magnet effect that'll pull us up into this range, which also corresponds with this price congestion going back into early June and late May, which revolves around 1 to 1.105. On the downside, really, everything should hold at the 50-day simple moving average. It coincides with the May 23rd low of spot 652. That should be firm support for any pullback that might arise and could arise at this point. I think it would actually be healthy for something like that to take place, get rid of the weak holders and then see us press higher through this resistance. So in the short term, if we do get through this resistance, we'll see a move up into the $1 to 106 area, which would be about a 36% move from the 200-day simple moving average. On the downside, we'd see a minor, would be about a 10% pullback here into the 50-day confluence of the 50-day simple moving average and the May 23rd low, which actually works out to spot 652 to be exact. There's no overbought condition. There's nothing of note to mention in terms of the percentage change we've seen over the last 17 days since the low. So everything right now looks neutral. I would say that the optimal situation is a pullback, but at this point, seeing that we're in a correction in time versus price, that might not happen. So I would be ready for a breakout at any point. That's it.
I think I agree with that, the breakout part, because right now the altcoins look really, there aren't much similarity between different altcoins. Ethereum is doing one thing and then XRP is doing another thing. So for me, right, I'm looking at this consolidation that's happening here, and it goes back to this particular small impulse wave that we saw here, right? So it's consolidating between these two levels here, which ranges from 0.69 to 0.78. So I think this consolidation is going to lead to a breakout that moves above, that at least retest the range high at 0.785, and then attempts to breach above the 0.82 level, right? And I want that to happen, like anything decisive close above this level, like flipping this resistance into a support level, would give me a confirmation that XRP is ready for a move higher, and then finally get out of this annoying range that we've been dealing with for approximately 47 days now. So I think this is the confirmation for me. Once it flips us into a support 0.82 level, we can expect XRP to reach the $1 level pretty soon. right? And from a 1 hour time frame, right, things look really good. And like, so this is what I'm expecting from a lower time frame, right? We've seen this ascending triangle kind of formation here, a breach below the lower descending trend line here. Probably sweep the lows around 0.70 and then resume an uptrend. Take out the local range high here, which comes around 0.775, and then retest the 0.785 level. Right? Anything above beyond this, XRP would be looking at a retest retest of the 0.82 level. So yeah, I think I'm a little bullish on XRP, considering what's happening on a shorter time frame perspective, right? But another thing that could happen here is I've seen cryptocurrencies do this a lot, and I think it was called BART pattern, referring to the Bart Simpson animation. It sees a sharp impulse move and then it consolidates in sideways fashion, and then like it undoes the move that was done here, right? So something similar has happened here, a sideways consolidation. So if we reach this level, it's down here into this demand zone, which ranges from 0.62 to 0.71, right? So that's another possibility that could happen. So the
Yeah,
breakout
I'm
from
leaning
this,
that way.
so okay, something like this, the BART pattern.
Well, I don't really know the bark pattern, but in terms of, I think we see some kind of pullback before we move higher eventually. I think their patience will run out among the investor ranks and we'll see some type of weakness, but it will be limited. And I think we're off over $1, up to $1 at least.
No, it makes sense. Like dipping into this level kind of gives it a boost, a momentum, and a liquidity thing, and then the resulting upswing would be, I think, impulsive, some move like this and this here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it wouldn't hurt a lot considering we dip here into this demand zone. So I'm not quite sure if it's going to go deeper somewhere here. I think staying above the 50 fib would be really critical for me. Anything beyond this, I would reject this idea of a move to 0.82 level. But if we stay above this, the 50 fib, which comes around 0.65, I think we should be good for XRP.
Mm. Yeah, more or less aligns with what I'm thinking too. Yeah, no, definitely. Pullbacks, get rid of the weak holders that then usually lead to higher engagement and price thrusts higher. So weakness sometimes can be a good thing.
Yeah, exactly.